Last week I was kicked out of the Circle K in Vietnam, so I want to make this video just to try to remember this moment in my life. It's not a very good moment. It's very tragic that people can treat you unfairly, mostly because they misunderstand you, or maybe they're jealous or something. So basically this happened last week. It was on the 8th of October 2014, and I was at this store, Circle K store, and it was in District 4 of Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. It's at the address is 167 Thon Dan Street, and I went there sometimes. I started going there back in September 2014, and I buy things, and that morning, that Wednesday morning, I was buying some noodles, and I would talk to the staff there, the Vietnamese employees that work there, the cashiers, and one girl in particular. She liked English, that's what she said, and she would practice English with me, and she wanted a better job, and that's what she told me. And so sometimes I would talk to her just a little, and then she would go back to work, and so I wasn't trying to keep her from working. I respected her work, but sometimes she would talk to me a little, and so if somebody talks to you, you talk back. It's respectful, and it's better that way. It's more professional, and it's good for customer service, and it's good for business. But that Wednesday morning, I wanted to say something to her, just a little, just like, thank you. This is what you do when you buy something, and I bought the noodles, and I paid the money myself. And so that's what you should do, and it's okay. It's okay to say thank you. It's not a crime. And so that's basically what I was doing, but in different words. And I was just saying that you are happy. Just those three words. I was trying to say those words, but she interrupted me. I was just trying to say that she does service with a smile, because that's who she is, and I see that a lot. Just sometimes when I would go there. But she got a little upset or something, and she told me to hurry up, and she just wanted the money, and she wanted to go back to work, and I don't have a problem with that, and I was going to let her go back to work, but I wanted her to still listen, just to 3 words, not for a long conversation, not anything longer than those 3 words, and I thought it wasn't too much to ask for, and I thought it wasn't too demanding, but she thought it was too demanding, or maybe she was on her period or something. A girl thing, or maybe she really does hate me, and that's what she said later. She said, "Oh, I hate you," and or no, she didn't really say that, and she said later, like, she doesn't hate me, but she said she didn't like me, and that's okay. Nobody has to like me, and everybody, they don't have to like me. You know, the people don't have to like me, and that's fine. But I'm just saying that I want some honesty in life. I want people to tell me what they really think, and if they lie, then I get a little upset. And so I just want to know, what was the lie? Did they, when she told me before that she liked me and she wanted to learn English from me, is that the lie? Or is it a lie now that she doesn't like me and she doesn't want to learn English? And I'm confused, because English is supposed to help her, and I can help her with that sometimes. And for free too. You know, it's better than nothing. And actually she should pay me money, because when you learn English, it costs money. And I wasn't asking for free food. I wasn't asking her to pay for me, you know, to give me money or anything. I wasn't doing that at all. And I paid the money, and I paid the money to the manager later, and she left, and she didn't want to talk to me, which I didn't really understand. But it's okay, you don't have to talk to me. But the manager, or the other guy that works there, who has more experience, he's tall and he has glasses, and they are Vietnamese, and he knows a lot more English, and I paid the money, 8,000 BND, like about 50 cents in American money, and so I paid the money, and it was totally fine, and so there shouldn't be a problem. And that I was talking to him about the issue, and I was trying to understand it, and he seemed to understand a little, and he was telling me that people change their mind, and it's not a big deal, this is what people do, so don't worry about it. And so then I sat down, and I was a customer, and so I was sitting down. I sat at a table, and I was eating some food, and that's what I do sometimes. And I started going there around September 2014, and I just would stay there for a little while. And there is no time limit for customers, especially when the store is open 24 hours, and so that's totally fine. And so they can't really say that I did anything illegal. I wasn't breaking any rules. If they have any rules, they need to post it on the wall. And they didn't even do that. They didn't have the dignity to even do that. At least, And that was really sad. And so I wasn't sleeping there. I was just there, and sometimes I closed my eyes a little, but that's it. And so I thought that I was totally fine there, but I wanted to understand what she was thinking, so I got back up again. I was eating noodles, and I was on my laptop working, talking to students, because I'm an English teacher, an American English teacher from America. I was born in America in 1985. I came to Vietnam to teach English to help people too in 2012, and came to Ho Chi Minh City in 2013. And I have a good heart, and I have a good reputation. People know me all around the world, and I try to help people. But I know I'm looking a little. Some people call me like a psychopath, but I'm not. But if you tend to talk a little fast and at a faster pace, then people think you're a psychopath, which is unfortunate. But I just want to try to save time, talk faster. I don't want the video to be too long, so I talk a little faster. Being a little possessive, but I thought they were being a little possessive too, and being a little too controlling. Because I'm just trying to get some answers to why she doesn't like me. Like, why does he say it's her mind? And it couldn't be that hard to explain. It doesn't really matter what she says. I mean, I just want some honesty and some transparency, some integrity from her, from some character, good character from her, just for her to explain herself a little bit more. And that's what I was asking for. I wasn't asking for money or anything else. But the man, the other man that works there, he was telling me to stop talking, and then he started yelling at me. He started yelling at me, and he was just like, shut up, and what do you want, And I tried to tell him what I wanted, and then the girl came to me, and then she was going to tell me how she felt, but then he interrupted her just like she interrupted me, and she was going to tell me what she was thinking, and give me the answer that I wanted, and then I could just sit down and eat, and then leave the store after that, because I don't live there. And they said I live there, but I don't. And I have work, and I'm not homeless. I live in District 1 at the moment. They're making this on the 14th of October 2014. So I'm not homeless, and they said I'm homeless, and that's really sad because they're just making false accusation against me, and I don't like that. But like the girl was gonna tell me, the girl that works there, she was gonna tell me how she was feeling, maybe tell me an answer. But then the other man, the manager or the other worker with the glasses, and tall man, Vietnamese man, and he was gonna tell me. He's like about 24 years old or so, and he was gonna tell me. And he told me to be quiet. He interrupted me, and he interrupted her more importantly. And I'm talking a little fast, so I'm kind of saying the wrong words at the wrong time. But I'm trying to tell you all this because I'm angry and I'm sad, and so my thoughts are all over the place, and it's mixed up because I'm mixed up and I'm confused about the situation, and I'm sad that they allow this to happen. Because he told me to be quiet, he told me to shut up, and I said I didn't do anything wrong. I raised my voice because his voice was already up, and that's totally understandable. But then he accused me of yelling at him, and then I wanted to beat him up because I shoved him one time, just one time. And he told the other staff to call the police, and they called the police, and they started telling the police things like that I wasn't paying for the money, paying for the noodles, and I wasn't paying money for the noodles, and that I wanted to steal money from them, and I wanted to beat them up, and that I was sleeping there and living there, and like smelly and horrible to the customers, and all these bad things. They started making these false accusations, hearsay about me and about what I was doing, and the things were incorrect. It's very, very unfortunate that they were doing that. And I'm really, really sad that they were doing that. And the police came, and one said, I'm from the embassy. It was like a woman police officer, but she wasn't really from the embassy. And I knew that, and she knew that. But she insisted, oh, show me the passport, your passport. And I said I didn't do anything wrong, so I went to go and leave. But then he still wanted to see it. And the other policemen, there was like 5 other policemen, they knocked me down to the ground, they break my glasses, so I bought new glasses, and these are new glasses, and they broke my backpack, and they bruised me up, they beat me up physically, and emotionally, and spiritually, and psychologically, and I just feel like just totally like upset and angry that this could happen. I studied psychology and sociology and anthropology in college and university. I went to 4 different colleges. Now I understand these things and how these things can ruin people, and it's not good for business, and it's not good customer service to do these kinds of things, and yet they did it. They knocked me down. They held me captive. They arrested me. They handcuffed me, and they detained me for a few hours, like around 5 hours that morning, that Wednesday morning, the 10th of October 2014, and they sat there. They were at the Circle K, and they were smoking and eating and drinking, and I don't even know if they bought the food and the drinks and what they were smoking. They're not allowed to smoke. You're not allowed to, you're not allowed to smoke. I don't care who you are. You're not above the law. I don't care if you're Vietnamese police. You're not above the law. I'm not here to totally speak totally against the government and the police in Vietnam so that I can, more in trouble and get arrested. But then again, I'm not totally here to say that they're perfect. But I'm here just to talk about this situation, and I want the headquarters of Circle K to look into it and give me the video footage. And I want other people to talk to the headquarters of Circle K. The headquarters is in America. And so people say to me, well, this is Vietnam, and so Vietnam has different ways of doing things. And that's understandable, and that's okay. But Circle K is not a Vietnam store. It comes from America, and so you should adopt the way of American thinking just a little. I know it becomes Vietnamese to some extent, and that's totally fine, but there should be some kind of guidelines, some kind of rules to how things work, especially when you're working with the customers from other countries. And that's your business. If you piss off a foreigner, and you're not good to the foreigner, that can ruin your reputation, and it could start an international war, or at least it's not good for business. That's all I wanted to say. It's not good for business. Here I am. I need to shave my beard. I need to get a better haircut. I need to look better. And I look better sometimes, and I talk slower when I'm talking to Vietnamese people, and I'm teaching English, and I'm a really good person, and I have a lot of hobbies, and I make movies, and I write, and I sing, and I'm a talented person. I'm not a hobo. I'm not a homeless person. I'm not psycho. I'm not crazy. And yet people think that, and they look at me, and especially because I may have some birth defects, and I may have tristic columns, and and you can judge my face and say that there's something wrong with me, that I'm not as evolved as you, but then you start to sound like Hitler when you do that, and start to say, well, I look better, I'm more like Brad Pitt, and I look more handsome, and you call me crazy because I'm talking to myself the way I'm talking right now, and I'm like psycho. But it doesn't really matter if you say that or not, because what matters is that I was mistreated, whether or not I deserve it or not. I believe I did, but if you say that I don't, it doesn't really matter, because I still do, because you should still give me the benefit of the doubt. They mistreated me, they abused me, and that wasn't right. What the staff did at Circle K, yelling at me, that wasn't right. What the police did, beating me up, throwing me around, wasting my time for a few hours, from about 6 a.m. all the way till about almost 10 a.m. in the morning, almost all the way to 11 and 12. It was like the whole morning, like almost 6 hours that morning. And it was unfortunate and not right and unprofessional for them to overreact and to do something like that when I wasn't a threat. And the police need to be outside solving real crime, especially in District 4, which is said to be the most dangerous district in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. At least in the past it was. And the police need to do that. They need to do good things to help people. And yet they're dealing with people like me, and they treated me bad at first. Then they illegally went into my backpack, which they don't have like a search warrant. They're not really allowed to do that. At least in America, they're not. But they looked into my bag. They looked into my bag, and they found my passport. And they started to treat me a little nicer after they found out that I was American. And I'm like, oh, okay, now you treat me well. They took off the tape. They didn't even have handcuffs. They just had tape to handcuff me, and they were hurting my arms and bruising me up. And I have some bruises and some wounds that I don't know if I can still show you, but it's just unfortunate for them to do that. But then they try to be nice to me after they found out that I'm American, and they pretend, oh, we're not mistreating you. But they were mistreating me, and And then they said I'm not allowed to go back to the Circle K store. And so on Friday I tried to go back to the store and they wouldn't let me in. That's very unfortunate. It's like, why do you do that? And so I'm really sad. I'm Joey Arnold, Joseph Scott Arnold, born in... My mother was Marilyn Kathleen Moorhead. My father, Donald Melvin Rasp. His father, Peter Marinus Rasp. I'm an American, born in Forest Grove, Oregon. Born in the 11th of February 1985. I just want you to know who I am. I'm the original oatmeal. And I'm not here to say that I'm better than you or better than everybody or something, or that I'm important. I'm not really important necessarily, but I'm saying that I am a person and that I was mistreated. And once you step over the line of mistreating some people, then you might start mistreating other people, and it's not right. And in case you don't understand what I was saying, here, this is Joey Arnold. That's my name. In case you don't understand, Joeyarnold, Joey Arnold, Joseph Scott Arnold. Here, it's Monday. Actually, today's Tuesday now. It's the 14th. It's 2014. I'm an American, born in 1985, been in Vietnam since 2012, teaching English, and a lot of people like me, so don't try to say, oh, people don't like you, you're a horrible person. I just wanted to say, once you ban one American, you're doomed to ban them all. So they kicked me out of the Circle K store and tried to go in one day, and they locked the door, which is illegal because the store is open 24 hours. Anyways, now this video is 16 minutes long so far. I wanted to read some of the stuff that I wrote already, just in case you have trouble understanding me or something. You can also go here, joeyarnoldjournal.blogspot.com, and you can read more about it. Or you can go to my Facebook. My Facebook is, this is Circle K, by the way, so I'm trying to contact them, but I've been blocked from sending messages, so I can't send the message, so I'll make the video instead. My YouTube channel is, actually, my YouTube channel is Joey Arnold VN, but my Facebook is 85 USA. So those 5 characters, letters and numbers. So that's me when I joined the Salvation Army. I went to the Word of Life Bible Institute and now Blessed Bible College, College, and I was homeschooled, and I went to the Word of Life, Word of Life in Forest Grove High School, and I'm a real person, okay? These are some of the students that I had. There's me in the back, some other foreigners too. I know a lot of people, a lot of friends, but anyways, I just want to read this to you. A manager at Circle K store unfairly yelled at me, and he was the tall guy with the glasses, and the police, they came, they broke my glasses and my bag, and they beat me up, and it was just very unfortunate. And I'm a customer. I wanted to buy noodles, but they wouldn't let me. And this is the Circle K at 167 Tondan Street, District 4, Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. And I started going there in September, and this happened on the 8th of October 2014, and I was just trying to buy noodles, like I said already. And I just wanted to compliment the girl, and it's okay to say, like, thank you to the cashier, and the cashier says thank you to you anyways when you buy something. It's totally international, and it's expected. And so I say, like, you are happy. Which is not creepy, by the way, but that's what the people said when they were abusing me, and they abused me at the Facebook page called Another Side of Vietnam. And they're saying stuff like, you're creepy, and then a lot of people say bad things about me. Literally, mostly the crazy people, people that are depressed or sad or angry or something, on the internet like Facebook and especially YouTube, and maybe some other places too. And it's very sad when you get haters and people that are just there to bring you down, and they'll say a lot of bad things, and then that kind of makes you insecure when that happens. And so I told her it's bad customer service, and everybody doesn't have to like me, and that's fine, but they should explain to me what's happening. So the five Circle K employees, they filed reports against me. They did basically false accusations. They said things that were not true, like that I'm a homeless man. But I'm not. I live in District 1, and I have a job. I'm not unemployed. I work for a private company. I'm not here to talk about the private company that I work for, but I really am working for them. It's confidential, so I'm not here to talk about my personal life or my work life. I'm just here to talk about what they did to me. And I was sitting down at a table at Circle K, and I was eating sometimes at night. It's open 24 hours, and there's no time limit, and so it's totally fine what I was doing. And so they shouldn't be like against me. I didn't break any rules or anything, but they they were mocking me and they treated me unfairly, and it's just very very sad, and I'm not happy about that. And so now I want the footage from the security cameras, and I really want people to help me get the footage because I want people to see what really happened and how they mistreated me, and how they threw me to the ground and broke my glasses and bag, and they were just like suffocating me at the ground and beating me up and abusing me, and for no good reason, because I wasn't a burglar and I wasn't a bad person. I wasn't a killer and I wasn't beating them. I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't. I almost sound like a black person, but I'm pretty innocent. Almost sound like a homosexual gay person too, but not that there's anything wrong with that, says Jerry Seinfeld. But it's just very unfortunate when these kinds of things happen. So please do the right thing and don't let these kinds of things happen. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.